Hey everyone. So it's been just over 2 weeks since my last post. I was in a lot more pain than I was anticipating. So we have a lot of things to talk about. So the reason why I haven't been posting some of my recovery is because I felt like shit. So the hospital was pretty typical. I got bumped up to the first slot, and so my surgery was scheduled at 8 a.m. instead of the 10. And things to expect or things to ask your doctor, like any last minute questions, is make sure that they fill your prescription at the hospital. Do not let them send it to the grocery store, which is what happened to us, especially for controlled substances. Make sure you ask them to fill it at the hospital so that you're not having to sit in a parking lot for a half an hour after your surgery to get your goddamn medicine. Also ask what the local rules are or the state laws for any narcotic dispensary. So I found out post-op, like 2 or 3 days after my surgery, that they are only allowed to prescribe 20 pills of the lowest narcotic possible. So that means 5 milligrams, 20 pills of 5 milligrams of oxycodone to help with pain management. And they also want you to have that last for more than the subscribed 5 days. They want you to take one pain med, and then the next you take a Tylenol, and then an Oxy, and then a Tylenol. So they don't want you to take all the Oxy, and the excuse that they give you is that they don't want you to get backed up, because pooping after that kind of surgery hurts so bad, but you also don't feel like eating anything, so it's not like you're going to be pooping out a whole lot anyways. So just make sure that you ask what the local regulations are for dispensing controlled substances. You will thank yourself for it, and you will also be a little bit more mentally prepared for your post-op than I was. Also ask how much gas that they might have to use, because if you're a heavier set person, they won't be able to use as much gas to blow up your abdomen. And this all depends on per person. So, and that being said, is that sometimes the gas dispensing throughout your body hurts a lot worse than the surgery itself. That's what got me. And also ask them if they can give you something for sleep. Sometimes melatonin doesn't work as well with other medications. So ask if they can give you something to help you sleep for the first couple of nights, because you're going to be in so much pain. Also ask what the right position to sleep in. So, and I'll tell you a very good reason. This is strictly for comfort. I could not physically lay down because my abdominal wall was literally stuck to my uterus. They needed to cut all that extra scar tissue away from my uterus. So my abdominal wall was literally adhered to my uterus, which is why I was having pain. And there was a lot of scar tissue that had wrapped around my fallopian tube and my right ovary, and a lot of the scar tissue is also wrapped, and the back of my uterus was also physically adhered to my intestines and my colon. So everything just was really stuck. So they had to cut all that out. So because of that, my abdominal wall was very tender. And on top of the gas being, because they pump gas into your belly in order to blow it up so they can see better. But they also can't get all of it out. They don't like deflate you like a balloon. It kind of stays in there. And because of that, the air has to move around your body, and it hurts. It really hurts. It is very painful. And so lying down was not an option, because all I wanted to do was sleep in my bed. but I couldn't lay down. And there also wasn't enough pillows to put around me to be able to sleep comfortably. So I wound up having to sleep in that. It's a recliner. It was okay. It wasn't my bed, but it worked. So make sure you ask your doctor what you can do to make yourself a little bit more comfortable. So if you have a recliner in your house, that usually will work really well. Make sure you get lots of really good warm blankets. You sit on something soft. And do not use a heating pad. I am really bummed that we couldn't use a heating pad because I was freezing my ass off for the next 5 days. I was always cold. And it wasn't because of fever or anything like that, but you just have a lot of blood loss, and so your body is trying to readjust and heal itself. So lots of blankets, smaller pillows to put up underneath your knees to keep you warm. So you cannot use a heating pad because heat actually promotes inflammation, and inflammation causes more pain, and inflammation will cause more issues in terms of you can't use pain medication. So it's just going to be a constant battle. Now, that's not to say that you can't use a heating pad on your shoulders, because that helps dissipate some of the gas that they had to use. So anytime that you have that kind of surgery, you can use a heating pad. You just can't put it on your tummy. You can put it on your shoulder blades or around your chest to help that air dissipate. You can put it on the back of your neck if your neck hurts. You can put it on the back of your legs if your legs hurt, because my legs were a little painful. But putting any pressure on your stomach is going to hurt. So sometimes they suggest putting an ice pack on your incisions. That will help decrease the inflammation, thus decreasing the pain. But you don't want to put anything on your tummy because it's not comfortable. So I was really thrown off with the pain meds portion of it, and I'm actually kind of bitter about it because they didn't tell me any of that information up front. So I was thinking I was going to have great pain meds. I was going to be comfortable. I would be able to get up and move around a lot more, and that was not the case. So advocate for yourself and advocate for the most pain medication that you can get that's within, your local laws. This surgery was a lot more difficult, and it's not because I haven't had surgery like this before, so I kind of knew what to expect, but I didn't know enough to where I felt like I was prepared for the amount of lack of movement. Vacuuming was a bad idea. I was about a week and a half post-op, and I was like, okay, I'm feeling a little better. I need to feel like I need to move around a little bit and do some chores, and the vacuuming took it out of me. And it hurt. I was down. I vacuumed for maybe not even 10 minutes. And I was down for 4 hours afterwards in bed watching TV. Make sure you listen to your doctor and do not lift anything over 5 pounds for the first 2 weeks. You will thank yourself for it. Do not overdo it. Do not think that you're feeling okay and, fix a 5-course meal for your family. Make your significant other fix dinners for at least the 2 weeks. If you have kids, you've got to explain to them that they cannot sit on you. You cannot pick them up. If you don't have kids, do not overdo it. If you're living by yourself or you don't have the support, buy prepackaged meals as healthy as you can get them. If you can order out or something like that, there's lots of places that you can do. You can order meals ahead of time, like a food train, where people can bring you food if you have that kind of support. But my appetite still isn't quite 100% yet, because I'm still eating really small meals, because they don't want you eating small meals because that means too much poop builds up and then it's going to hurt when you poop. So I've lost about 10 pounds, which is okay, but at the same time I was happy with my weight before surgery. So I'm not going to complain about 10 pounds. But things like carrots, small packs of carrots, strawberries, a handful of nuts here and there. Not too much protein. Like if I'm going to do protein, I was doing a protein shake, just because protein is a complex food and it can be really hard on your tummy to digest. And plus it can back you up. So no cheese, bummer. Not as much protein. I did a lot of protein pouches, like the Fuel for Fire worked out really well. That got me enough protein that I could easily digest, and I could have as many of those a day as I wanted. I just didn't want to eat that much. Make sure you have the Miralax. Do not fight it. Just take the damn stuff. And I usually would take it at night right before bed, and that hydrates your colon. And make sure you take it with a full 8 ounces of water. I promise you, if you will make your life a lot easier if you just follow those rules. I'm not allowed to do any lifting for at least 8 weeks. And of course, being a personal trainer, it's driving me nuts. But I just got cleared for walking yesterday, but it's 20 to 30 increments, no higher than 3.0 miles per hour and no incline. So, but I can do it multiple times a day. I just can't do it all at once. So if I wanted to go for an hour, I can do 3 sets of 20 minutes throughout the day, which kind of puts a kink in the schedule, but it's not the worst thing. No squats. I can't do air squats. I can't lift anything. I can't do lunges. I can't do bicep curls. I can't do any of that stuff. And for as much as I hate it, if you become a client of mine, I'm going to tell you the same thing. You will thank yourself. You will be able, this is for long-term healing. Do not overdo it and you will cause more problems in the future. So I am wanting to do a hysterectomy program for women who have to have a hysterectomy and they need guidance on what they should do after their surgery in terms of getting back into the gym. So if you have questions about, what to do in terms of exercising and working out, put a comment, subscribe, email me, go to our website, whatever you feel like you need to do, because I'm not the first woman, and I'm certainly not the last woman to have to go through this and not know what exercises to do or what's going to be safe for my body after a surgery like this. But again, check with your doctor about what medications you're going to be allowed to take, and do all the things that they tell you to do. Stop smoking if you smoke. Do not drink alcohol. It just would be, it's going to make your life a lot better. So again, comment, share, and hopefully we can start helping somebody else who has to have a hysterectomy. So the next video, I'm going to hopefully be posting some pictures about what they did, and so you'll possibly get to see the inside of my body. Cool, huh? All right, bye guys.